Hey, how you doing? My name's Linda. Welcome to Zwifting with Granny and Coach Morgan. Today there will be no cycling, so if you came to watch Zwift, I apologize. That will not be happening today. No, not today. I have been riding. It's just that I haven't been recording any races or rides that I've been doing, and I've been riding outside too, so it's not like I quit riding. I debated making this video because I don't want to be an asshole, and I didn't want it to come off as clickbait. Well, I can be an asshole, but I'm not that much of an asshole. And I've really thought about it, and because so many of you are fans of Morgan, that I decided to go ahead with it. Some of you who are friends with me on Facebook already are aware of the situation, but anyway, here's what's going on. This past Thursday morning, my vet, Laura, who comes to the house, I've known her for, 25 years, and she still looks like she's 19. She came to the house and did the standard checkup for Morgan, and she found a lump. So she has a full arsenal of stuff that she carries with her for her house calls. And she did a test on it, and she said, well, if it's a fatty tumor, we really have nothing to worry about. If it's something else, we'll know right away. Well, unfortunately, it's not a fatty tumor. It appears that she feels it may be a mast cell tumor. And mast cell tumors are serious. In the area where the tumor is, it's right by her knee, and if we leave it, it will get bigger, and it will actually, in the process of getting bigger, cut off the circulation in her leg. I don't have a choice. She has to have the surgery. So Laura is picking her up on Wednesday and taking her to her home, where she has her own operating room in her home. Morgan won't care. She'll think that she's going bye-byes in the car with Laura, and she loves Laura. And then she will bring Morgan back that night. Since then, Morgan has been on very hefty doses of prednisone. She's on 20 milligrams a day. And I had because we have to shrink the tumor so that she can operate on easier. She told me if it gets to a point where you're having trouble locating it, stop and call me, which I did last night. I gave her a call. I was having a hard time feeling it, and Morgan wouldn't let me feel it. So we went to Aunt Betty's house because, that's Morgan's favorite client. And we go in, and Betty says, Morgan, let me feel your leg. And Morgan's like, oh, here you go. Of course. So Betty had the same feeling that I did, that it was there, but not as big as it was. So Laura told me to just give her one final dose of 5 milligrams of prednisone, and that's it until Wednesday. Once the tumor is removed, she'll send it out to a lab to find out if it's malignant or benign, and they actually grade mast cell tumors. They grade them from 1 to 3 or 1 to 5, depending on the lab. If it's 1, it's the lowest, we have nothing to worry about. Anything higher, well, we have to deal with whatever it is. Am I worried or upset or concerned? Oh yeah. I mean, she's my kid, but I know she's a dog, even though she may not know she's a dog. When you get an animal, when you get an animal, or when an animal adopts you, you kind of sign on the dotted line that, yes, the animal is going to give you all kinds of love for many, many years, but you also know that very likely before you leave this earth, you will have to watch them leave this earth. So you're kind of signing up for heartache. Sometimes you get their entire lifespan, sometimes you don't. I feel like the outcome has already been decided because the tumor is inside her. I just don't know the answer to what it is. I'm the type of person that, give me the facts so that I can deal with it. So she knows me by now. She gave me all the facts. And worst case scenario, if it's like a level 3 or a level 5, I'm not putting her through chemo. I've had friends go through chemo, and they've said that the chemo is worse than the cancer, and I'm not putting her through that. As long as she's not in any pain, we'll just go on as normal. If she shows any signs of pain, I will have to make that decision. This might be absolutely nothing, And Laura said that she absolutely hopes she's totally wrong about it being a mast cell tumor. Well, I am too. She gave me a couple of circumstances that happened where she was wrong, and she was never happier to be wrong. So she's, not 100%. I have to tell you about Brian. Brian will not leave Morgan alone. If she's sleeping on the bed, he's sleeping on the bed. If I take her for a walk, she's by the front door waiting for him to come back. She goes out in the yard, he's at the door waiting for her to come in. Last night, because we had fireworks, Morgan hates fireworks and she was terrified. She was on the floor in the bathroom. He's in the bathroom with her. So he knows something's going on, because he wasn't like this a few weeks ago, and all of a sudden he's been very clingy, and now I know why. It's funny because cats pretty much are only supposedly interested in what they are interested in. And Brian is just amazing. He's just an amazing little boy. I don't know what I ever did to get two of the most incredible animals, but I'm very grateful for that. I will post other videos as things go on and let you guys know what's going on. And then I'll get back to racing eventually, but for now, for next foreseeable future, I'm going to be posting Coach Morgan videos just to give you guys her updates. The thing that's keeping me sane besides riding my bike is a paragraph that I've lived by for many years about acceptance. And I'm going to paraphrase what it says, but basically it's, when I am disturbed, it's because some person, place, or thing or event is unacceptable to me. And it is only when I accept that person, place, or thing as the way it is supposed to be right now is the only way I'm going to find peace. And there are no mistakes in God's world. I accept it. It doesn't mean I have to like it. It just means that I have to accept what's going on. So whatever your inclination is, positive energies, prayers, thoughts, whatever, please keep my kid in them. And I thank you so much for being here. Take care.